Yaya on the call. Ole Miss getting ready to take on Texas for a spot in the semifinals. It is the 2025 SEC softball tournament on the SEC Network, presented by T-Mobile 5G Home Internet. Winners moving on to the semis. We've already got a couple of teams in. And another 3-2 offering from Kavan. Chop to second. That'll back up Leanne Good. One down.
Now Kavan, one of the best
for a second SEC tournament title. And that's going to drop in fair, and Boutte is going to try for two. The throw is high and out into right field, and Lair's headed for third.
Position, but this one just has eyeballs and it sees its way down onto the green, and then a little bit of a slow developing play once it hits the ground. So Boutte is going to force the issue, make it to second. The overthrow by Katie Bennett. Lair Boutte home from third.
Slow roller to third. Mia Scott will check the runner. Two down. At a roster of 27, they got a lot of different tools to turn to. Yamas pops it up left side, and Stewart is there. That'll end the threat. Texas picking up the bats.
You're not 100% sure how much time you're going to have in the pen. Maybe your warm-up is cut short.
Maloney draws the walk.
And that's the one area that the freshman Miley
for third. She'll hold there. Deep into the corner for Henry, and there's a couple in scoring position with nobody out.
How about that for Reese Atwood in that 4-hole?
And she does. A 4-pitch walk to Scott. So Reese Atwood is ball 4, and that'll walk in a run. And that's the third free pass of the inning. Red hot in the last couple of weeks for Texas. Opposite way, and that'll fall in for a base hit. One run is in. Here comes another. And a 2-run single for Katie Stewart. And the heart of the order rakes for Texas.
Yeah, in a position to be able to follow up power with power from Atwood to Stewart, and Stewart's going to attack the first good pitch she sees on the outer half. She goes with it. She doesn't try to pull it, barrels that up, and with the speed on the bases, Henry and Scott easily going to score. A 3-zip lead now for Texas.
When you're still Mitchell, and that's a base hit. Atwood had to hold. They're going to try and score anyways, and they will with the throw offline. Stewart to third.
Well, I like that they send. He runs well, but a lot of situations that might be a hold because she has to hold when she sees that ball, making sure that it's not going to get caught. And so Reese Atwood coming in to score the 4th run of the game for Texas. He slug. She can get on base.
1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And Binford comes right in and starts throwing darts, Smitty. That's the first order of business. And back-to-back strikeouts. 2 down. Arkansas. Nearly 50 pitches thrown in this first inning for Ole Miss. And the pop-up handled there. So Binford comes on and goes 1-2-3, but damage done. Player, we've all dreamed about it. She got to do it. And Tegan Kavan will hit the first batter she faces here after a nearly half an hour over #1 Tennessee in April, their first win over a top-ranked team since 2017. Tegan Cavan gets the strikeout, 1 down.
Location. She's trying to change up her patterns and her spin, make her spins a little tighter. As we see the steal there. He said she also has a chance to like fall off of her stride a little bit, so her pitches aren't landing where she needs them to. And he said she's got to get her balance.
1 for 5 with a walk so far in the tournament. 3rd day in a row that Ole Miss is playing. And Lansdale's sitting 2 down.
And this is a situation for Texas.
How about the catcher with her 6th stolen base of the season? Speed never sleeps, Smitty.
That's right.
Ground ball to second. Full count. Lansdale stays down on it. 1 out. Let's go down to the left field corner. Swing and a miss there. Strikeout number 3 in the first 5 that Binford has faced.
Yeah, Binford really using that.
Number 2 all-time in hits and batting average. Looking to drop that one into shallow center and does. So now a hit in 15 of 16 for Scott and a 2-out base runner.
And that's always a little bit.
The game, 94%. Atwood elevates out to center, and Malvin is under it. 4-0 Texas. Holly's got Jamie Trexel. You can win a super regional by going 2-0. You can win a World Series by going 5-0. And if you can keep your ace healthy and fresh, you don't have to rely so much on that bullpen as Cavan gets the strikeout, her 3rd. So it was a good game that we used to play to work on your hitting in a confined space. I get the ground out there. Holly?
Well, speaking of pickle, how about cat and mouse game right now?
Nice.
Aaron Earlywine is.
That is pretty remarkable. Off the glove of Stewart, and the error at short has Lair Boutte on base for the 2nd time.
2nd error of the game by this Texas.
Ole Miss already with a pair of wins, an upset over Florida yesterday. And Cavan gets her looking. Strikeout number 4.
Tegan
4 runs in, but 1 and 7 since. 3 strikeouts for Binford. Fly ball out to right, and the catch is made by Lair Boutte, 1 down.
At least been tied potentially for that regular season share with the.
So that's Jamie Trexel out there with Brie Lopez, who has already appeared twice in this tournament, having a conversation as Mitchell draws the walk. Want to see those 2 come to town for the regional weekend.
Definitely.
Ground ball to short. They'll get the lead runner at 2nd. Both of those pitchers were winners today. You can win with your ace in the regionals and supers, and then anything goes once you get to Oklahoma City. Slow roller Lansdale. She's got it at 3rd. Holly Rowe drove in their only run in a 1-0 win Tuesday, and then the 3-run home run yesterday, and that's going to drop in for an infield hit.
Yeah. That is like no man's. You've still got Maloney out in right field that'll just field it as a long ground ball.
Out in front, and the strikeout number 5 for Cavan. Holly?
Well, you're talking about what a great receiver.
1-2 pitch. Wow pitch from Cavan. Now a runner in scoring position as Starr moves over. This one may be playable, and on the run to make the catch is Maloney. The throw into Scott, and diving in safely is Starr. So a runner at 3rd with 2 down on the tag to work on. Does try to go away from her, and she goes with it for a base hit, and a run scores. Nice work by McKay, cold off the bench to get a run in.
Kay saw a lot of pitches protected against those rise balls.
Runs with 2 outs through these first 3 days for Ole Miss. There's a good swing. And back on the track, room for Henry to run it down. But a run in. For season quite often plays a bigger role than the conference tournaments as Katie Bennett drives one back up the middle. But you think of Ole Miss 2017, they played their way into a top 16 seed with their performance at the S. They have 5 big wins, but 3 of them are against the same team, Stanford. So there's all kinds of different criteria to look at. Right back to the pitcher, and Maloney able to advance the runner at least. Bennett over to second, 1 down.
It's a good job by Benford to be able.
Henry gets a hold of it and gone. Deep blast to right and a 2-run shot for Texas.
Wow, 0-2 previous pitch. She tries to sneak a bunt and then she goes yard. This count with Binford being well ahead. This is a pitch that needs to be wasted, and instead Henry's able to go down and get it, rotate on that inside pitch, just can't sneak it past her barrel, and she gets all into that. So the Longhorns thankful she didn't get the bunt down the previous pitch. 3rd home run of the year for Henry.
And she's dancing. Longhorns up now 6-1. Opposite way, and that'll reach the warning track. The bounce off the wall and into second for Mia Scott.
So second.
Let's send it down to Holly Rowe.
Reese Atwood, one of the best hitters in the country, one of the 3 finalists for National Player of the Year last year.
2-run single in the first. Out to center. Runners will hold. 2 down. 24 pitches in the inning. The 2-run home run for Caden Henry. And her second walk to load the bases in this inning.
Yeah, second in the inning, 3rd of the game for her.
Rule situation. And really force Ole Miss's hand in the next inning. And Hunter grounds to 3rd, and that'll take care of that. Henry, that game tonight, South Carolina and Texas A&M, they have the most top 25 wins at 17.
Well, I think it'll be interesting to ask the question, like, how important was the non-conference?
Well, Oklahoma, your regular season champs, and now both playing in their first SEC tournament. They've played for the national championship twice in 3 years. And here comes Ole Miss after giving up the home run in the bottom of the bubble. And Boutte gets a hold of one. Rocks that to the gap in right center. 1 run is in. Malvin scores. 2 in scoring position with nobody out.
Lair Boutte gets herself a pitch she can handle. It's a changeup that is too fast. This pitch comes in at 62 miles an hour, and it just hangs up, and Boutte is able to barrel it up. You can see it stays elevated. It's on the outer half. She gets around it and just drives it into the gap. Great barrel path on that to meet this pitch that is just a little bit too fat. Knocks it to the base of the wall, and that's easily going to score. Drop has disappeared. I don't understand why they're not throwing it more.
And a walk on 4 pitches. So for the first time, they have back-to-back hits, and now the second free pass of the inning. The bases are loaded, and the tying run to the plate.
Go up and get a rise.
And that'll squirt through. Base hit, scores another run. As Pone comes home, it's 6-3.
Well, it's a jam job. It may not be the home run that she hit off of Rothrock, but this is a ball that she's able to squirt through the 5-6 hole, and sometimes when you get on a roll, it's all your offense needs, and for Cavan, she just can't turn it around. That is a jam job. But Yamas able to fight it off and get it past Mia Scott. Just past Mia Scott. Gets through the 5-6 hole, and Ole Miss is in business. Butter pitch. She's so good with that off-speed curveball. I'd throw it again and try to expand the zone.
Gets the strikeout.
And gets the home run hitter to chase.
With one out, a base hit to right for Pickens. And a run scores for Ole Miss. And she drives in runs for the second night in a row.
Curveball, just drives it. She's going to get all into this pitch as it tries to run away, but she goes with it. She doesn't try to get around it. She's going to let that pitch travel, barrel it up, get it out onto the green. And that's a big hit for the freshman. She has been outstanding in that 6 hole for Ole Miss.
Gets a swing and a miss. Couple of strikeouts. And a base hit. Here comes Binford. And coming around to score is the tying run for Ole Miss. It's 6-6.
Upward Binford and Yamas. And so going right back to that off-speed curveball off the end of the bat, but just enough to be able to get this over the head of Katie Stewart. A couple of big runs coming in, Binford and Yamas.
One inning. Runners will advance.
And the wheels coming off the cart for Texas right now. Need to try to refocus and get out of this inning and pick those bats back up. For Citlali Gutierrez, 9-hole. Don't want to turn that back over to Jaden Pone, who's been so good for Ole Miss this year. That leadoff spot.
Lost her. And here comes the SEC's regular season batting champ with the bases loaded. Back up the middle to center, and on the move is Henry. They leave him loaded, but 5 runs in for Ole Miss. Jamie Traxel says she loves embracing the big moment, and this is a big one here. Lansdale stays down on it, one away.
Well, this is what Brie Lopez has pitch going upstairs, because they're getting underneath of it. I'm seeing the palm of the hand, it's going downstairs.
Swing and a miss. And Lopez gets her with that change. 2 down.
Well, and that's the pitch that
draws the walk. Let's go down to Holly Rowe.
Well, Jamie Traxel was telling us the challenges early in the season. So many
here. Chopper to second. And Henry's going to beat that out. 2 on base. Top of the order coming through, and here's Mia Scott.
Yeah, that's a slow developing play. No opportunity. Once it gets
Time greats on the 40 acres. First pitch swinging, and she pops it up. Big get for Lopez and Ole Miss. Missed chance for Texas. How about for Ole Miss? Hard hit, but right at good. And Lil Boutte is taken care of. 1 down. Here's Aaliyah Binford. More work for good. Send it down to Holly.
Well, I talked to Percy Yamas before the game because she has been on an absolute tear. She's just a fresh.
and you're able to like effortlessly get into the ball.
Yamas out to center. Really quick work for Citlali. A 1-2-3 inning on 5 pitches. Get ready for Reese Atwood. She's kicking it off.
A lot of intrigue this weekend.
And they want no part of Atwood, but that means they will get a part of Stewart.
Let's go right here, Kirby.
Stewart. Glove work from Lansdale. Gets the lead runner at second. What a grab at third by One down.
You can freeze hitters and throw that pitch for a strike.
Lansdale again. They get one, trying for two, and Jolie will leg it out. But again, the lead runner taken out.
Lansdale's just been so good at that hot corner.
Hunter. Gloved at second by Pickens. And that'll end the inning. Neither side able to get anything going into the sixth. Trying to pull off the biggest comeback in SEC tournament history. Nice backhand by Stewart. Brady has retired one down. A shift. Yep. Here's Mackenzie Pickens. Pops it up. Good calling for it. Two down. Ground ball to Scott. And the Longhorns, the 3 seed in their SEC debut, try to walk it off next. Leanne Good, Katie Bennett, and then the top of the order with Ashton Maloney. Drops down the bunt. One down.
Hey, Bob, let's go right here. Get on right here.
Called strike 3. 2 down.
And then she throws that curveball in the outer half, hard to catch up to it.
Ashton Maloney off of the pitcher, the ricochet Lopez, and Texas has a base runner. And they'll check on Bree, who does have pointing at her shoulder.
It's always an outside pitch.
That is her throwing arm.
Yeah, it goes right off that left shoulder, chest area.
There it was, pulls it to second, bobbled. And everybody safe for Texas. Maloney able to slide in after the miscue. Mia Scott, straightaway center over the head of Malvin. And Texas walks it off for a spot in the semis. Mia Scott, missed chance the first time, not gonna happen again. And she wins it for Texas, scoring Ashton Maloney.
Mia Scott, just such a great at-bat, not expanding that zone, not allowing Lopez to stretch her out. Puts herself in a 3-2 count and picks that big walk-off win for Texas.
By T-Mobile 5G home internet. And Scott drives the 3-2, 2-out delivery to deep center.
Curveball in the outer half, just able to barrel that up, gets it over the head of Addison Duke out in center field. And with all that speed on the bases, Maloney easily going to score. She sees that on contact. Coming around to pick up the walk-off win for Texas.
Game-winning double for Mia Scott. Mike White likes it. And the Longhorns pick up the first SEC tournament win in school history, just like Oklahoma did